Be what the hell is happening? With that, let's bring in Fox News contributor Steve Hilton and California GOP Chairwoman Jessica Patterson. Thank you both for coming on. I want to start with you, Jessica, where Common Sense left off, which is this poll, brand new Fox News poll. Are you better off financially than you were 4 years ago? Put this on the screen. Better off 22%, worse off 52%, about the same 26%. You combine two of those numbers, worse off about the same, 78%. Or worse or about the same. Those are very bad numbers.
They are. And we're in a very unique position. We are not talking about what President Trump would do or what President Biden would do. We are talking about what they have done. We have seen 4 different years from 2 very different administrations. And if I were President Biden, I'd be very, very concerned about these numbers.
Yeah. And speaking of numbers, Steve Hilton, put these on. This is the Fox poll, President Biden's job performance. And you put these up there and you've got economy, approval rate 38%, inapprove or disapprove 61%, inflation 34% approval, immigration 30% approval. I mean, the numbers have to improve, Steve Hilton, or he's not going to win.
Well, no, I mean, look, there's nothing he can point to that's gone well. And actually, it's too late now to deal with these problems. I mean, they clutch at straws and say, well, the price of this and that is going down. But the key point is what you laid out earlier, Trace, which is in order to bring inflation down, they had to raise interest rates. And that brings a whole new round of pain. That's not going to go away quickly. And so the cumulative pain and then the chaos at the border, that's not going to go away quickly because they refuse to take the steps necessary and so on every single issue. And that's why it just feels like he is heading for defeat.
Yeah, you talk about heading for defeat. I want to put this up. This is a two-way race just between Trump and Biden. Fox News polling shows that the former president is up by 5 points, 50 to 45. And then you go to a 5-way race, which, of course, includes RFK Jr. And the numbers here kind of significant because the former president is still up by 5, Jessica Patterson. And that has got to be concerning if you're in the Biden camp.
Absolutely. And we're going to see this, particularly in the swing states. You're going to see these individual polls that are happening and what effect RFK is going to have in these races. And that's why Democrats, the party of democracy, they are doing everything that they can to keep RFK off these ballots all around our country. We saw it when they tried to do it with President Trump. We've seen it here in California multiple times. Their answer when it comes to opinions they don't agree with is keep them off the ballot.
Yeah, Karl Rove said the following here. Listen, Steve, and I'll get your final response.
So even if they get a very small fraction of the vote, if it's in the right places, it can cause enormous harm. They got a problem, and they know it. And how they're going to get out of it is going to be interesting to see.
And you talk about bringing out the heavy hitters. Even the former president, Barack Obama, is now getting involved in this. And that shows that there's a little bit concern. The alarm bells are ringing a little bit in D.C.
Yeah, it's just too late. I mean, everyone was saying this ages ago. They were trying. There was that round of panic when they said, "Oh, he should step down. We need a proper contest." Nobody acted. They were too cowardly to take him on. They let him just, narcissistically insist on running again, even though he's such a weak candidate. And now they're stuck with him. One thing I just want to add to Jessica's point about taking things off the ballot. Jessica and I know this very well, and you as well, Trace, here in California. There's something really important for California voters called the Taxpayer Protection and Government Accountability Act. It's a ballot initiative that qualified to get on the ballot. It would limit tax increases here in California. Guess what the Democrats are doing? They're suing to take it off the ballot because they don't trust the voters. For all their lectures on democracy, they won't let the voters decide if it's something they don't agree with.
Yeah, of course. Steve Hilton, Jessica Patterson, thank you both. We appreciate it. Well, meantime, Ronna McDaniel is out at NBC. You probably heard that, but the battle goes